Hello and welcome to the Red Phone Zone. I am Ethan and I'm here with another Confessions of a Movie Snob. But this time I'm just getting back from seeing the new film Limitless starring Bradley Cooper. So see if it's limitless or not right after this. As I said in the intro there, I just got back from seeing Limitless at the movie theater. And Limitless is a 2011 American techno-thriller directed by Neil Berger, starring Bradley Cooper, Abbie Cornish, and, of course, the incomparable Robert De Niro. It is apparently based on a 2001 novel called The Dark Fields by Alan Glynn, and the screenplay is by Leslie Dixon. We had a chance, my girlfriend and I had a chance to go out and see that this evening, and, I gotta say, this being the follow-up movie for me seeing Sucker Punch on Wednesday, this movie is a bit better. It's not one that I would, as I told her, it's not one I would rush out and immediately buy. The film centers around a character named Eddie Mora, who's played by Bradley Cooper. He's a writer in New York City. And gets dumped by his girlfriend at the start of the film, runs into his ex-brother-in-law, who passes off a new drug called NZT. Now, this drug allows Eddie to use the 80% of his brain that people generally don't use, and he uses that to basically finish up his novel, clean up his life, and become a millionaire pretty much over a course of a week or two. He quickly gets hooked on the drug, and then it sort of goes from there. The movie brings itself off as a bit of a thriller. It's not an action film. It's not a sort of a taut political thing, anything like that. The movie, to me, sort of felt like it couldn't decide how real action oriented it wanted to be. There are a lot of good thriller elements in it. There's a lot of good suspense. It's a decent film, but I think overall my feelings on it go into the meh library. Bradley Cooper's good as usual. I've liked him pretty much ever since pretty much seeing him on Alias all those years ago. Abbie Cornish is in the movie, but she gets second billing, but she's really not in it that much, and neither is Robert De Niro. De Niro does show up and sort of, to me, felt like he sort of phoned it in. I'm curious to see how the book goes, how the book would progress from one to scene to the next type of thing. But the movie itself sort of feels like it ends. It's about a 2-hour long movie, hour 45 minutes, something like that, and the movie just sort of feels really like it's apexes at a climax, and then just sort of ends. I didn't get a lot of closure out of the movie because there's not a lot going on with the characters as far as, by the end of the film you're still wondering, is Eddie still taking the drug? Who is really manufacturing the drug truthfully? And just sort of where does it go from there? You're sort of left with a lot of questions sort of hovering around. So other than that, other than some dangling threads that don't really get answered by the end of the movie, it's a decent thriller. Not one that I'd say go out and immediately see, and probably give it a solid C for a grade if I were told to give it a grade. Ultimately, it's a good diversion type of a movie, but don't go to this movie expecting to see stuff exploding and people running along on rooftops with guns blazing. It's more of an attempt at a smart thriller, but it doesn't really quite escalate to the point where it is a smart thriller. I know that sounds strange, but it's a decent film. It is directed by Neil Berger, as I said, who Neil Berger did a pseudo documentary called "Interview with the Assassin" and did the film "The Illusionist." I believe that's the one with Edward Norton. So I mean that's sort of where he gets his gets sort of got his exposure. It's, like I said, it's not a movie I think I would rush out and buy or rush out and see again. I don't think it's a movie I would say everyone should go see it. Really, it's one of those that if you got nothing else going on and you need to get some escapism, get out of the house, get out to see a movie. This might be a good thing to see. Might be a Netflixer, might be just something to catch on TV. So overall, Limitless has its limits, but I've seen better, I've seen worse. Sucker Punch was by far worse. This one, not bad. So really, sort of I have no strong feelings one way or another on the film. So if you enjoyed it, enjoy it. And if you enjoyed it, good. If not, that's fine too. I don't think this movie's going to be breaking any records. It's going to come and go real quick, and people are going to forget it. So there you have it.